good to see you today. I'm excited. Today we get to play around with opposites, and we also get to talk about what it means to find your quiet and your peaceful moments. Are you ready? Okay, let's start today with a song, and then we'll read a book, do a lesson, and then we'll end with creating our own silence together, okay? All right, you all know this song, so please do it with me. It's all about opposites. So as we do it, think about how your body is making its own opposites. Opposites are two things that are different from each other, and we'll talk about more what that means in a minute. Ready? Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Put them in your lap. Creep them, crawl them, creep them, crawl them right up to your chin. Open wide your little mouth, but do not let them in. Very good. Next, big and small, big and small, big, 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 small, small, small. Fast and slow, fast and slow, fast, 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 slow, slow, slow. Loud and quiet, loud and quiet, loud, 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 loud. Shh, shh, shh. Very good. And you know what's wonderful? The last thing we practiced in that was quiet. And guess what? My book today is titled Quiet. Would you like to read it with me? Okay. Our book today, Quiet, is written by Tomie DePaola. Tomie DePaola has made wonderful children's books that I'm sure you've enjoyed at home. So the illustrations might look a little familiar, so see if you recognize them, okay? I'm going to take off our book jacket that protects our book from getting any scuffs or tears. On the front is a beautiful lotus flower. See how it sparkles and glitters a bit? Quiet by Tomie DePaola. My, oh my, the grandfather said, everything is in such a hurry. It looks pretty peaceful, doesn't it? Let's look closer. The birds are flying so fast. And our dog is rushing after the ball, said the girl. I see a frog jumping high into the pond, said the boy. And the dragonfly is zooming over the water. Even the trees are waving their leaves. What do you think is making the trees wave their leaves? Wind. Busy as busy can be. Let's not be so busy. Why don't we sit here, you next to me? The birds are just like us, taking a rest and singing their song. Do you remember what the birds were doing? Were they flying fast? No, they're resting in the tree. Our dog is tired. I think he's dreaming. Do you remember what he was doing? Rushing after the ball. The frog is sitting and blinking. Can you blink? Remember, he was jumping into the pond. The dragonfly has stopped beating its wings. It was flying over the water, right? Really fast with his wings. Let us be quiet, like all of our friends. Quiet and still. I can think when I'm quiet. I can see when I'm quiet. To be quiet and still is a special thing. The end. This is for all of those who know the beauty of quiet and pass it on to others. The end. Wasn't that a special book? So the grandfather and the children all noticed nature around them was rushing and busy and moving. And when they stopped and looked and were quiet and still, they noticed that nature was quiet and still and resting as well. So we're going to talk about opposites that happened in that book. The first one we're going to talk about is the birds flying. The birds were flying all around, weren't they? The dog was rushing to catch his ball. Rushing. The frog was jumping into the pond. The dragonfly was zooming. He was flying fast, zooming. Do you remember what the leaves were doing? They were moving in the trees too. The wind was blowing them. They were moving. Let's think. What is the opposite of blowing, the trees moving? Would it be still? The leaves on the palm tree are still. Those are opposites. Moving, still. What is the opposite of zooming and flying? Being quiet and still. Do you see the dragonfly has landed and he's not beating his wings anymore? The opposite of flying is being still. What's the opposite of rushing and running? The dog was rushing to get his ball. Do you remember his opposite in the book? Was he so tired and dreaming? He's sleeping. The opposite of running could be sleeping and resting, huh? What is the opposite of flying? Not flying, huh? Maybe sitting? The birds were sitting in the tree after they were flying. Flying and sitting are opposites. Last, the frog was hopping and he was going into the water, and the opposite of hopping would be sitting. Do you remember what he was doing with his eyes? Blinking. That's right. So we have our opposites from the book. Flying, sitting, running, sleeping, hopping, sitting and blinking, zooming and resting, blowing and moving, and still. These are all opposites. That's pretty fun, isn't it? Now, we are going to do something that is fun that I like to do at home and we often do in the classroom, and that's something called creating silence. And we do it as a fun game, and we like to flip a timer and watch how long we can create silence. But something I like to do at home is have a candle that I light. And if I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes closed while I create silence, I like to watch the candle because it makes me feel peaceful. So, will you create some silence with me? Yes? Okay. Let's sit. I like to sit with my legs crisscross. Maybe rest my hands in my lap. And I'm going to hold my candle so I feel centered and at peace. I'm going to practice breathing through my nose and out my mouth. And we're going to do it for 3 breaths together. And then you can do it more after you're done watching, okay? Let's try. I'm going to close my eyes, in through my nose. Did you take 3 breaths with me? Thank you. Does your body feel more calm, more quiet? Mine does too. Thank you for helping create silence with me today. And if you have a peace candle that you could have at home, I'm sure that would be a wonderful way for you to practice creating peace, quiet, and silence. Very nice. Thanks for joining me today, friends. I'll see you next time.